Hello viewers, welcome to Forza Waiting Championships. I managed to get myself into this lobby waiting for a 2-lap around the Nürburgring Nordschleife combination. It took a while, it was a long, arduous journey, but in the end we finally triumphed and got into a race, which was Top Gear. Here we are at the infamous Dunsfold Arena in southern England for our first race in the new league. The 4GT Le Mans is the car of choice this week for the third week of the ESL Forza Racing Championship. So let's see what we can do here. Going into the first turn, it's getting a little messy. A couple of guys taking the track limits to the absolute limit. Although I've heard that actually doing that it's actually clean. Taking that extreme, what looks like a cut compared to what they would do in real life, is actually clean, I've heard. But then coming into the hammerhead, is it going to get messy here as well? Now I think sometimes it's just a better thing to do to go across there, because if you try to take the proper racing line, it's just going to cause an accident. Now, these guys ahead almost go into an accident. And then I'm up the inside of 10th as we come up to the follow through. He's going to go around my outside. I'm just going to nudge into the back of the other guy. Then coming through here, look at this, a collection of about 8 people, and I've been collected from behind, just get tapped around by my awesome skills there, saving the day. And I've gone up into 9th, got a car coming back on, just managed to avoid him. The guy behind me didn't though. I guess he didn't see him in his bright yellow car for some reason. A couple of guys just having a fight, and I'm in 6th position, would you believe it? Later on lap 2, just catching up to Rich J, struggling round the second to last corner, and then into Gambon. He goes in a little early, hits the tyre wall, goes wide on the exit, and I'm through into 5th. And that was going to be all that happened in that race. I come round on the last lap to finish 5th, and then that was that. As for the paint job, if you're wondering, that is the paint job I'm using right there. Now you saw the title. This race here was a brilliant battle. It was a brilliant duel between myself and Pocoyo, or however you say his name, I don't know. Probably made a fool out of myself by pronouncing it wrongly there. Monza. It's going to get very interesting here. 23 cars streaming at full speed into probably the tightest chicane, or one of the tightest chicanes in the game. I'm going to get a slam from the side, and funnily enough have to go over that curb. We all know about that curb now. But I'm into 3rd. I actually lost the position out of that. Couldn't quite get the momentum down coming out of the chicane. A bit further on, the leader goes in way too early into the first Lesmo. He goes wide on the exit. A couple of guys having to go either side of him. It's like the Schumacher Hakkinen overtake at Spa, where they're through past that guy as well. Later on into the Ascari chicane. Let's see what we can do around here. Just nicely hugging the curbs there, keeping up with the leader, so we are okay as it stands here. Then into the final turn, Parabolica, keeping a nice tight line compared to the leader. And then as we come out onto the main straight, just tucking into the slipstream so we can maximise our speed down this straight. Now this car is really grippy. I do like this car. It seems to suit my style a lot better. My results in this league are a lot better than they were in the previous 2. Into the first turn, not looking for a move there. Wasn't quite sure on my braking point. I know I do have the braking line on, but if you're going to go for a move, you have to be absolutely nailed on your braking point, especially if you're not quite alongside. So I decided to bail out that time. Coming round into Ascari for the second time of 4, hugging the curb once again. And on the exit, just grazing that massive curb, the massive sleeping policeman on the inside. It tips me around slightly. I lose a bit of momentum and time. Now into the second chicane on lap number 3. I think the guy ahead there just takes a slightly slower line, especially with the second part of the apex. Then into the Lesmo part 1. He goes in earlier than I do, and I get a better exit than he does. You see here, I have the momentum. Could think about an overtake, but this corner here is really not the best place to pass, especially if you're lunging from behind. I do have the momentum though on the exit. Can we get something here? Just going to try to pull to the left. I just make contact with him there. That's going to just take the crucial amount of momentum away from me as we go into the Ascari chicane. Let's see what we can do here. Can we sort ourselves out for a nice exit? Hugging the curb a lot nicely there on the right hand corner through Ascari, but he actually gets a better exit. Now we're going to run from here to the end of the race, so we're going to go with an entire lap here and see how this duel develops. It's been quite close so far. Into the first turn we could both get our braking markers down quite nicely, and then on the exit I think I should have gone down to the first gear there. As you can see, he just gains quite a couple of feet on me on the exit. I was bogging down slightly. Maybe first gear would have been better there. I'm not using traction control either, so having to just back out on the throttle at some points. Braking just as we go underneath the bridge, going actually a little bit too deep into the first apex, but we both pretty much take the same line through there, so we're both actually neck and neck as we go into the Lesmos once again for the fourth time. He goes in too early, just grazes the curb on the inside, goes a little slow on the exit. I'm up the inside into the second part of the Lesmos and just going a little bit too narrow, and it forces my exit to be a little slow, so he's going to get a run on me here as we come up to the Ascari chicane for the final time. We haven't got many corners left, just about half a lap of the race remaining, so coming up into the Ascari chicane, braking just underneath the Audi banner, and I'm just going to get beaten. He's actually braked on my outside and got round me. That was a very good move from him. But now I've got the advantage technically of the slipstream down this straight, which might put me into a more favourable position as we enter Parabolica and the final turn for the last time in this race. So I'm up the inside now, neck and neck as we go in. We're just going to make a slight amount of contact on the way in, a love tap on the way in, and on the exit I've just about got the lead. Only 10 seconds left of the race remaining, and it's very close between us. He's actually got the momentum on me here. He's actually coming back slightly with better gear changes, and as we cross the line I'm just going to keep the victory there by less than just a couple of thousandths of a second. So that was one of the closest finishes you'll see. I have had closer, but it won't get much closer than that in a long time. So in the end, a very well fought battle between the two of us, and I'm liking this league a lot more than the previous 2 weeks. The car is just a lot more raceable, and you don't obviously have the open wheels, which causes carnage in itself. There are the results, and I hope you have enjoyed this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this league, on that amazing duel with the other guy there. So let me know your thoughts on that race, on this league, on this car, and I hope to see you in my next video. Subscribe for more like this, guys. Hit that like button if you did like this video, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.